Welcome back to another episode of Vass Reacts, and we got Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar. I was waiting for this death battle. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm watching Demon Slayer now. I will be posting my reactions soon. I'm only up to episode 3. Reactions will be coming soon. Just take a lot of cutting and editing so the video won't be blocked and copyrighted blocked. But like for the last death battles I usually do, me as a JoJo's fan, I don't know much about Tanjiro. I got Jonathan. I really got Jonathan. The greatest gentleman of all. I got Jonathan. So let's get right into it.
Wiz! Hey! Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead! Beer! Okay, not
Always
real
beer.
beer, it's a bunch of emojis! Listen up, this is crazy! Did you know the Death Battle channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal! Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind-the-scenes videos, members-only live chat, and over 20 unique emojis! All you gotta do is click the join button and you're in the club!
Y'all better go join, cause I can't. We broke out here. Death battle.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon.
I'm gonna be spoiled like shit. This is gonna spoil the fuck out of me.
Slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I got Jonathan. I'm on on Jonathan.
Taisho Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core.
Oh my
Demons.
God. I'm gonna be so
This race of
spoiled.
superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who's
That nigga like Michael Jackson.
slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived, the eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too. Bad news is she's a demon now, so sorry champ, I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good. Especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that.
That is Lily Harmo.
Oh God, I was wrong.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. Literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to
I mean, if it's just
massively increase
breathing,
their physical abilities
like,
to match their blades.
anybody should be able to do this.
Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to
Shit.
quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades.
Who
for,
are you?
well,
I
katana
don't know.
magic.
Yo, I don't know
Breathing
who
style
you
is a
are.
separate form
I
of
haven't
sword
met you
combat.
yet.
The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a prodigy Demon Slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was! Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura. Sun
No, that animation was
Sun
clean.
breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into
Yeah, that animation was a little clean in that corner.
godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn
Bro, I'm about to be spoiled completely. I don't know what none of this means, but I know I'm gonna be
into a
spoiled.
wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives
Wait,
him
I thought that was just a birthmark. Wait,
access to the
what?
see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him X-ray vision.
This allows him such a precise
What?
understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train, Wiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with
Okay.
very powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless
Who
sacrifices,
are these people?
but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize
I
the dream of a world.
I realized I just spoiled most of this anime for me. I think it didn't tell me majority of the plot, but
that is safe for humanity.
but it told me half the characters.
And whatever Inosuke is.
Victorian England, an infamously shit-tastic
Jonathan.
time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother.
Yup.
That'd make you one unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
Hadn't you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet. But after being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar. Classic
Dio needed his ass whipped.
Dio.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah,
Come
he
on.
needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating Italian man. It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Hamon, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what Hamon means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Hamon energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he jumped on a gum-gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours.
What?
Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge
Damn, I can only be in a cold shower for 2 seconds.
his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
Mon is basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
My man's hit the first aura. the first over.
Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He could even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
That's messed up.
Act was to pass his
That was messed up. That was
ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck, with his bare goddamn hand.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait.
Now, Fisted Dio was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that didn't sound right.
Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed, or even Haman, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain. His bloodline would continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
Yes,
and they
go.
all had one thing in common. His name.
JoJo.
JoJo.
Yep.
Wait, is the Ripple is dip?
Peak fiction.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, so I usually try to, based off the stats to try to see if my mind will change. Tanjiro sound OP. Personally, Tanjiro sound OP. I don't know much about Tanjiro in this aspect because I'm still watching Demon Slayer. Like I said, episode 3, all the reactions should be coming out soon. I'm putting them out for y'all to see. I'm gonna stick, because me as a JoJo's fan, I'm gonna stick with Jonathan.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Babbel.
For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic career.
I don't know what you're talking about, Wiz. Those years I...
Okay, let's go.
Aside, I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone.
You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Okay. I feel like Jonathan went in the probably started that fight. For me, what I seen from the 3 episodes of Demon Slayer that I saw, I feel like they would have, Jonathan is a gentleman. Tanjiro is too kind for his own good. I feel like they would have just talked. But okay, hey, it's that bad.
Water breathing. Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through.
Okay.
Aww, he's kind of adorable, like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
You're mine. Valiant footwork.
Tree. Stop. Ooh, we cut through that bitch.
Nice try! Incredible! You could teach me a thing or two. Scarlet Overdrive!
His breathing is carrying some kind of energy.
Like me. And that means I know how to stop him. He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
Over. It's over. The hell? He broke his sword.
Fate! He's going for my lungs!
Oh!
Which is off. Did he dodge? Sunlight! Yellow!
He's beating the shit out of Lil T!
She's my sister.
Oh, they just made it sad.
On my honor as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Why they just make this sad? Are we gonna see Nezuko again in the next death battle? Who will she face? Cause she snatched her hand away. Oh, they made it sad.
I'm only crying really hard. Holy shit. Hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers. Tanjiro's
Okay,
Demon Slayer
Jonathan
journey
won.
took
I
place
knew it.
over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro was obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options.
He was
without
beating
a
the shit out of
Jonathan
Tanjiro.
also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and JoJo to Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster. That might seem crazy, but in Part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's
Bro, I love JoJo's, bro.
body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his Ripple with X-ray
That shit
vision,
was-
Tanjiro
it was
would not
so
have been
good.
fast
It was
enough
so
to keep
peak.
up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend against the
Thank
Ripple,
him.
bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart. Something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure,
Damn.
Tanjiro could recover himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and not, fighting.
And while sun breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, JoJo's Hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that JoJo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
The winner is Jonathan Joestar.
Of course, I knew it.
Thank you for watching.
course, I already felt it. I knew it.
Matchup next week. But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there, and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Alright, who's next? Thor, Almighty. Vegeta? Thor versus Vegeta? So, are we bringing in the comic books too? Or just the MCU? Or animated shows? That's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a good one. I already knew Johnson was going to win. I had my money on Johnson. And you can download this. I ain't ready to download damn Death Battle. Yeah, I had my money on Johnson from the start, y'all. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. So, if you like this Death Battle, go show them love on that original channel. Like, comment, dislike, subscribe. Do what y'all want to do. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.